All right, let's dive into the wild world of one of Southeast Asia's most curious little creatures, the mouse deer. Also called the chevrotin, this tiny ungulate has been capturing imaginations for centuries, both in the tangled jungles where it lives and in the stories that people tell. Now, despite the name, the mouse deer isn't actually a mouse, or a deer. Yeah, it's confusing. Think of it as a deer that went through a shrinking machine and picked up a few rodent-like features along the way. Full-grown mouse deer might only weigh as much as a bag of flour. That's right. Some species are under 2 kilograms. So how does something so small survive in a jungle full of predators? Adaptation, my friend. The mouse deer is a master of stealth and speed. Its legs are skinny but powerful, letting it dart through dense undergrowth faster than you'd expect. And here's the kicker. It's almost always silent. Nocturnal by nature, it slips between the shadows, living life on the edge but rarely being seen. But the mouse deer's story doesn't end with its clever adaptations. In Southeast Asian folklore, especially in places like Malaysia and Indonesia, this little animal is a legend. Locally called Sang Kansel, the mouse deer is the trickster hero in countless folktales. Picture this, a tiny animal outsmarting crocodiles, tigers, and even people, all with nothing but its wits. One of the most famous stories goes like this. The mouse deer wants to cross a river full of hungry crocodiles. Instead of panicking, it challenges the crocs to line up so it can count them. Naturally, the mouse deer hops across their backs to safety, leaving the crocodiles confused and, well, a little embarrassed. It's basically the original jungle prankster. These tales aren't just for laughs, though. They often teach lessons about using brains over brawn, about respecting the small and clever, and about never underestimating someone just because they look weak or harmless. So when I look at the mouse deer, I see more than just a funny little animal. I see a survivor, a symbol of cleverness, agility, and the ability to thrive against all odds. Next time you hear rustling in the dense green of the forest, maybe it's the mouse deer reminding us that sometimes the smallest creatures have the biggest stories to tell. And if you ever find yourself wandering through Southeast Asia, keep an eye out. You might just spot the real-life legend tiptoeing through the shadows, living proof that in nature and in life,